I think that farming goats, doing goat dairy, is different than a lot of other kinds of farming. I mean, if you have hogs, there's no doubt that you care for your animals, but you do butcher them. And so there's only one outcome for that hog, and it's pretty much guaranteed. With goats in the wild, their lives would be short and hard, and there would be predators going after them. And there would be inclement weather and drought and food shortages. In the barn, they have a safe place, there's no predators, they have really good food, and they can have their kids in peace without having to worry about becoming prey at that moment. And then they get to be milked twice a day. And for goats, it almost seems like they look forward to it and they love it because it's action. Goats they have a mixture of insatiable curiosity and somewhat limited intelligence. And so that makes for real entertaining moments. But I believe that the milking just sort of like mixes stuff up a little bit, and they can't wait. I mean, they have to jostle for their spot, and they get grain, and they just love it. So I think the act of milking even is a bonding experience for us. And the goats enjoy it, and we enjoy it. And we allow the goats to raise their own kids. I think the one thing that's difficult with dairy is that in modern dairy, a lot of dairies take all the milk for their product, and they do not allow any of it to go towards the offspring. Our goats are really good producers, and we give up about 10% of the milk, but we allow the does to raise their kids at least part-time or some of the time.
I know, that's your boy, isn't it?
And so they get to live out their natural instincts as mothers, as mammals. And they produce so much milk that even after just 2 weeks, we put the kids into the kid pen at night, and then we milk the moms in the morning, and then we release the kids and they spend the day with their moms. And that seems to be a really good balance. We have wonderful, healthy, strong kids, and we have happy moms. Since we're certified organic, we have to have really healthy goats. We can't really use antibiotics. If we do, and if we have to, we have to retire the animal no matter what. So the goal is to not have to use antibiotics. And we have only used antibiotics, I think once in the last 4 years or so. And to not have to use antibiotics, you have to have great immune systems, and you have great immune systems if you have happy goats. I love the way we are there, like at birth, and we see them and we decide to keep a kid because we like the mom or we like what we see. Sometimes we keep a kid just because we like it, not because it has the greatest milking potential. And we see them turn into sort of slightly bratty teenagers. And goats have a really big pecking order. That's a big deal in goat world. And the teenagers are towards the bottom of it. And then once those teenagers give birth, they turn from these skittish, kind of insecure little things into proud mamas overnight. I mean, you can see them strut and they're like, look at my baby. You know, I love my baby. Did you see my baby? My baby, my baby, my baby. And then they basically mature, and the second year or the third year, they turn into more mature milkers, and their ranking in the herd changes, and eventually they turn into wise old ladies. And I love kids, but I love those older goat ladies. They'll come up to the barn and they'll just kind of like walk next to me, and then they'll just kind of like lean their head on my hip, and there's just a sense of kinship.